Do you guys know what hello, hi, it is me, Desai. Small town Didi. You're Hadi on the Jibber internet. I'm back. Allow yala, yala. Please do like, share, comment, and subscribe. Let your people know about me. Guys, I've been meaning to reach out to Mpohe. He actually did something very sweet. A couple of weeks ago, literally two videos down, I'd posted and there was a typo, and he inboxed me because I just followed him. And Liputi, who's also here on Thingaki. And I've been meaning to, like, he's the one person that I feel like we could sit down, and we coming from different angles when you talk about stuff, but I've been watching his stuff because you guys sent me there. And I appreciate you guys so much for that. No, some of you are probably on the lookout, like, but Rakadi, you asked us to drop us some names of like people to collab with, and you're doing nothing about it. Things came up, like things are still coming up, and I feel like I don't want to start the chat with him as to, hey, can we sit down and have a chat and then get busy, which is what's been happening with me. But that's where we are with that. I do mean to sit down with him and then we can choose something we're both keen to, chat about and chill about it. Or maybe we can go live on Instagram. I don't know. We'll see. You guys will see it if it happens, when it happens. But do you know what I'm gonna do? Nothing. I want to do nothing. Like a year or two ago, I was so consumed by like, not a year, like literally even earlier on in the years, to what can I do to try to give my business some life, because it's dying a very slow, painful death. It's no longer painful, it's just death. And like the personal branding route it seemed like that's where people are going. And Steve Maiden is having this, it's not a resurgence because the brand wasn't dead. In fact, it's doing so great right now, right? But he sat down with the Cutting Room Floor, which is, I need to subscribe to that Patreon, and I don't have money. Guys, give me money. Sat down with the Cutting Room Floor. I forget her name, but that's the name of the podcast that's exclusively on her Patreon. And he's blowing up on social media, and people are loving him, the person, so they want to support the brand. And then I'm like, oh, what can I learn here? Because that's the type of person I am. And what I could learn is maybe personal branding is the way to go to get your business going in today's social media age, where people want to invest in the person, the story behind the product, and then the ethics. We see what's happening with Odd Muse.
This is your friendly reminder that people who own apparel brands just say whatever the fuck they want. Even if it's a straight up lie. I was introduced to the brand Odd Muse this week, and she loves to describe the company as slow fashion and sustainable. Within about 42 seconds of entering the website, it's really clear they are fast fashion by every sense of the definition. But she takes the angle that because the retails are really high and that they're made really well, that they're investment pieces. Let me just be clear in saying it's my belief that there is zero room for you to call a polyester dress an investment piece, which is what like 95% of the dresses are, high grade polyester. Mind you, yeah, it's all just marketing. It's all bullshit. It is not governed by any laws. People can say whatever they want. And obviously it works. She's very successful and the brand does huge numbers. But it's a great example of why you should never take anything any apparel brand owner says at face value.
What's happened with Odd Muse this week, and the white girl is crying her white girl tears, which are more expensive than man tears sometimes, depending on who's crying, the man tears. But anyway, I'm like, there's literally a video of her crying on the internet, and I can't find it to put it in here now. But what I am finding is a whole bunch of views trying to make excuses for Amy, who is the founder and CEO of Odd Muse, talking about how this is all happening because she's a woman, or misogyny. This is that part of white feminism that is annoying. She claimed to be slow fashion, and she's fucking not. Okay? And she, like, people are rightfully calling her out for it. And it's, oh my god, the scrutiny. We scrutinize female CEOs. Women CEOs get scrutinized a lot more than male CEOs. Blah 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 blah. White feminism is a scourge. It's a scourge. Like, oh, you don't give a shit no more. Like, I don't want to. I don't want to. I remember a time where I don't know what this video is about, but I remember a time, not like when I started my business, my name is not in it. And I work in the event space. And I'm so annoyed. People in the event space, a lot of us tend to have our name in the business, or even like um the beauty space, it's lashed by so and so. Remember when all the girls are selling eyelashes? It's makeup by so and so. It's beat by so and so. By the way, don't judge me. This is still that non-alcoholic thing that I finished it yesterday. Right? I'm so sober I couldn't even drink it like the entire night through. But don't come for me. I'm still a stable account, okay? Yeah, man. But like personal branding, we see that it's worked out great for Body on Tap, as well as the pastry brand that sold at Body on Tap for the lady that owns that. I think her name is Matebs or something like that.
We are starting to get reviews rolling in for our roll-on from ladies who purchased it, and the testimonials are pretty good. Hey friends, today I'm going to be showing you serums that you can use for hyperpigmentation that are absolutely... I know a lot of you guys are like, oh, but you have dark spots. I'm telling you because I struggle with them, and this was my skin before, so I think I know what I'm talking about. The Access Wide Dark Spot Correcting Glow Serum has been trending on TikTok for quite some time, and I'm going to tell you why the serum is so popular, especially for melanin skin. Talk about this transformation. The ABQ, when are the pastry festive season kits going to be back?
But we like her so much as a person that she happens to also have a great product, right? Like it's all working out. The Odd Muse girl is there crying, and it's crazy to me that it's happening almost in the same week, give or take. The Odd Muse girl is crying because people are coming for her and questioning the ethics and the sustainability, all the stuff that they ought to be questioning about the bold claims she has about Odd Muse. And then we have Steve on this side experiencing this, being the darling of fashion industry right now, for just saying, well, fuck it.
All right, I'll see you around 3 o'clock. Okay, bye.
But what's the drama, though?
The tariffs.
Oh, so the shoes are getting pricier.
Shoes are going up. You can thank your government for that.
You can thank your president for that.
You can thank your president for it. You voted for him.
I didn't vote for him.
They fundamentally do not understand what they're doing. The notion is we've lost jobs to China, and we have. But we've picked up other jobs that we would not have had. Better jobs, many better jobs, as a result of our relationship with China. Many more than we would have if they were in a factory making socks. The iPhone being made in China, the success that has created. There's probably hundreds of thousands of people working for Apple today in America as a result of them making those phones in China that they would not have had. They'd be in a fucking factory and it would be a third of the workforce. So we have new jobs, millions of new jobs in America that are created. It's the upwardly mobile nature of a society that doesn't want to work in a factory making fucking socks. Hello? No. And at the same time, they're deporting the people that would fucking do it anyway. I do understand on some level, because there's a lot of rich people that made money that didn't build anything, but they made money trading stocks and bonds and buildings. Okay, not hating, but they never made anything. They never created a business. They never had to ship a shoe out or punch a card. They don't know what it's like. And that's the problem. And we are the people that create commerce, the Apples, the Steve Maddens, the Uggs, the Ralph Laurens. We create the economy and they're destroying it.
I'm duping these brands and I'm giving the girls what they want for a fraction of the cost, and I don't care. Okay, like and being himself and being that comfortable, her being a great interviewer also makes it it made it easier for him to be him, I suppose. And I'm watching all of this as a person with a dime business, and I'm just like, I remember, guys, when God, let me try to keep my thoughts together. When I was very deliberate when I was doing the naming, to not have my name or personality anywhere near the business, mostly because I live in a small town. I've said this to you guys. I have a reputation already in a personal capacity, and I didn't want the feelings people have about me to be tacked onto the business. And I at the time, that was the way to do it, right? The business is its own entity. It's got its own thing there. Very deliberate. Even the naming, I wanted it to have a feel and a personality. And I was still Didi to the side. And now I'm just like, I'm not even I can tell that's where the shift happened a while ago. But I'm like, how do I now begin to insert me in the business? Because this is me, right? How I talk and, how my mouth is set up and all of that stuff. It doesn't go great with the line of work that I'm in. I'm literally, the code switching is intense and I still work for myself. Like, I'm literally like, boom, work. I'm a different person. Like, I'm doing this work thing now. I've got a professional brain that I put on. Down to cadence even, I believe, at times. Like, I'm just don't even sound the same. And I'm like, is it worth it? Is that shift worth it? When I see people like, now can I get things wrong? I'm like, I'm already having to be so careful with the way things are structured. I still have to be so careful because I live in a small place and blah, blah, blah. How I move, even in my personal capacity, people aren't necessarily going to like distinguish the two, even though I work hard to keep the two separate. Where I'm like, what if I just wholly did that? But I'm like, I'm not a very palatable, popular figure. Like, not even a figure, but person. Like, I've never been. It's like, know thyself. I've never been. And I'm just like wondering, for those of us who aren't charismatic, there's a lot of pressure, you guys. Like, you can't just decide you're going into business anymore. You need to have charisma now all of a sudden. And charisma that you can alter to fit your brand as well. It's like, somebody might actually think I'm charismatic. I don't know who the fuck would think I'm charismatic, but it's like, I can sit here and talk to you guys like this. Like, this is, right? I can do all of this. The moment I need to do a version of this link, like in a business, I don't know how to do it because I've put on this personality for my business for so long, where it's like now I wouldn't know what is appropriate and inappropriate, and how do I get people to be in love with Didi the person such that they want to support Didi's business. I can't find it. I understand exactly what needs to be done. I can't do it. I don't know how I'm gonna do it. Like, I can't even go live with my work account because, first of all, work used to be solace for me, right? It used to be an escape and I'd have fun by myself. Now I fucking hate it. Like, it just depresses me. There's so much grief. I think this is a diary session because I don't know what the fuck this video is about. There's so much grief there for me in my work right now, where I'm just like, I'm really sad. Really, really sad about the fact that, and what am I gonna do? Like, come on camera and tell the people and be like, yeah, I'm just sad right now. I don't really like doing this shit. Like, I don't like doing this shit. And when I see other people performing well, or their social media looks like they're doing fine, it's like, ugh. Real depressing. Real depressing. But is it worth it? I mean, it's panned out really great for the Odd Muse hand, the pastry hand. But what if they weren't likable? Because that's the thing, right? You're charismatic, super likable, or you're very pretty. And it's like, those of us with personalities somewhere where if I was to shop in this fashion in my workspace, I'm not pretty enough to get away with it. And I don't know how else to explain that, right? Because I don't have the sweetness of my Tibbs, right? Like, I don't have that wholesomeness, that sweetness, that she's very accomplished, that as well, that aspiration element of her that she has, the scale of business that it's so impressive. I don't have that. What do we do? How do we turn it around? Give me strategies. How do we turn around? I guess I was just talking to you guys because I really don't even know what I was going to say when I turned this on. But like, it's like, do I care to turn it around at this point? Or I just want to be done with this shit and figure out my next chapter? Because at this point, I feel like I've given it my all and it's fuck it. Like, I am so exhausted, so unhappy, like bordering on just like being fucking depressed. And I can't, it's like, oh my God. There's a lot of resentment there. A lot of resentment, a lot of anger, all itself, which is what's crazy. Because I'm a woman, we internalize, we know how I don't have to scream at the world. Nobody's supporting me. I don't need to do all of that. Like, something is probably happening here. I need to look a lot closer here. Also, that's the shit that I can actually change, Doesn't have to like now become a thing where we write articles talking about loneliness epidemics. Men are so silly. Anyway, bye. So I'm trying to put this video together. I'm trying to get some tips, and then I'm watching it back and I'm realizing I never really said what my concerns are. I'm too anxious a person, right? And if the business does really grow, to a larger degree, then basically look at what's happening with Amy, right? The Odd Muse thing. It's like that level of anxiety, that level of access, that being over familiar. I found a personal brand for me looks like a great idea when you're starting out, that vehicle to launch the thing. But it's like it hasn't been done long enough for us to know how to transition out of it. You know what I'm saying? Like, it hasn't been done long enough for us to say, okay, and I guess somebody has to go first, right? But I don't feel like it would be worth it for a person like me living like in the space that I live in. My product is a product that people around me need to purchase. It's a perishable, right? So they have physical access to me, and like online, spatter, as it were, with what's happening with Odd Muse right now would be enough for one person to work through. Now imagine, like, I don't even like people showing up because I work from home, showing up here unannounced and feeling and getting too familiar. So for me, really the takeaway is that, like, it's not for me. Like, it's like even seeing other people's successes, seeing how people have been able to launch and use their likability and their personhood, if you would like, to get people to buy into the business and what have you. I'm still like, nah, this business needs to be its own thing. I can't do it. I can't tell them some sob story about how I've loved being in the kitchen my whole life and blah, blah, blah. I don't care. Should I?